Hey there. That's tough, Snow Leopard. Twice in a row. Tough life. Potatoes just too fast. Hello, Groovy. Alright, I'll be back in a few minutes. Just had to say hi to see Snow Leopard dethroned on the first message twice in a row. Unbelievable. Ow, my hip. I'll be back. Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Hello, Jake. Hey, Tristan. Dank Lounge. Niall. Yeah, Snow Leopard's big streak has been crushed, but he'll be back. Good morning, Vitarius, Damien, Sam. Hey, Sam. Thank you for becoming a patron. I messaged you. I don't know if you saw it. Patreon's notification system is terrible. I have to manually check for messages even though notifications are on. I just go in there like throughout the day and refresh it. Hello, ear me. Unless it's air me. Air me ale. Or it's just ear me ale. Hear me out. Big news this morning, but that doesn't really matter. Either way, just have to adapt to price action. My 300,000 contract trade was still it was still finishing closing when I opened NinjaTrader. There was still 200,000 contracts left. And I was like 60 points into profit, so, just made a cool couple billion on that trade. Had to reset the account. It was not going to be finishing anytime soon. All right, my cat is going crazy right now. I will be back. Oh, wow. Just shot through the high of day. Definitely going to be waiting a while for that to calm down. All right. Need to adapt to the price action correctly. Really shouldn't hit my max daily loss because that just means I'm doing something wrong. Like with yesterday when volatility was down, but I wasn't recognizing that. But if I do hit it, anything that starts with -3 is when I stop. Just follow what's happening. And having days where I don't take a trade is a good thing. Will CPI change the way I trade? Nah. Doesn't really affect anything. Well, I mean, of course it affects stuff right after it happened, but market reacted, adjusted, and now it's just another trading day. Except my cat is meowing. Possibly due to the CPI data. Already retraced over 50% of that initial morning push. Not that that really means anything, but got a tickle in my throat. What is that? I just got exactly ticked out before the profit target, but it just like, uh, that's a bit unlucky. Look at that. That really sucks. Extremely directional price action. Obviously tempted to move that higher, but not gonna do it. I am in control of the goblin. For now. Alright, it's moving in like pretty big intervals. See that jumping around. I obviously think we're going through this. But calling something isn't the same as making money on it. And the reason why I don't go for 5-day breaks anymore is because the entries required to catch that move ultimately brings it down to break even and actually less profitable. I could say it's going to break the high of day, and if it eventually does, I'll look like a genius. That's how easy it is to manipulate an audience. But not you, because I told you. Calling while price will go is not the same as trading. Alright, get back to trading. Bell rang. Take a look at the notes. Just follow it. I'm expecting it to come back up and not actually go through this. But don't predict, just follow. Not that I look at candlestick patterns, but it is a little surprising to see it go all the way up there and then just immediately come back. But you know, that's why candlestick patterns don't work on their own. Because even though it did that, and you would think that it might fall down from there, it just went back up. And I'm not taking a trade until it does something else. Oh. There we go. Boop. Nope. There. The first trade is really unfortunate. I mean, look at that arrow. Exactly ticked out right before going to my profit target that was about 8 points away. That's tough. Ow. Oh yeah, thank you, Groovy Man. Yep, see? See how much of a wizard I am? I said it was going to break the high of day. Calling a level means nothing. Calling levels doesn't make you money. Ah, I sort of had my mouse over to move that down just a little bit, but I didn't want to, you know. Obviously, I wouldn't have caught the whole thing. What? Which one of you bought? Well, it was one of yous. One of you went long, and that's why the market went down. What is this? Someone said something. Gobi? Is that you? You gotta let me know before you do stuff like that, you know? We could work together. Can't be doing these things without conferring with the council. I need to be careful. It's really easy for me to get caught up in, I don't even know, just a anti-flow mindset once something like that happens. Easy to let the goblin out. And you know the rules. No goblins. I'm gonna trademark that. Who's Mark? I'm not trading him my goblins. Well, it depends on what he has, you know. I'd trademark the goblins if Mark had something of equal value but positive in return. My eyes are so dry. Anybody else suffer from that? You one of those people who's like, every 10 minutes you're like, have your head up to the sky and you're like squeezing the crap out of your little seeing marbles. And someone's like, are you okay? Because it looks like you're crying. But you know, I wish I was crying because then my eyes wouldn't be dry. Now I've just always had dry eyes. I wear blue light glasses, and the tint helps a little bit with the computer. You know, they say that they don't really work, but just anything with tint can help a little bit. But it also stops my dry eyes quite a bit. I think it's just because the movement of air is being blocked. I'm gonna call it a day there. It's nice to have a good day like that. Okay, let's pretend that first trade worked, because getting ticked out is really sad. So instead of -5, let's say that was +8. If we do -5, that would be 450. And then +8 would be 560. It's pretty good. I think I only had one losing trade, and it was the first one. This price action was also pretty incredible. You know, don't be surprised if in a couple hours you see Dylan post something that's like +9 million points. I'm calling it. Let's do predictions on how Dylan did. Big swingy guy. Big point grabber. Dylan the point enjoyer. I'm saying +42. Whoever guesses closest gets 3 IMAN coins. Ticker IMAN. Whoever wins gets a metaphor. Second place also gets a metaphor. Third place gets a hyperbole. Don't ask me what that is, because I don't know. No one knows. They just use big words to make themselves sound more photosynthesis. That's a classic one. Classic zinger. I'm dying. Something's trying to escape from the deep, dark abyss of something. I don't know. It's alpha male to call it a hyperbole instead of a hyperbole. Start saying that around people, instantly start respecting you. How's my 300,000 contract short going? Well, I made so much money that it was still... Let me restart that. I had to reset the account just because there were still like 200-something thousand contracts left. And it was consuming NinjaTrader. Basically freezing it. Had to shut it down. Hey, we're about halfway to the trade day profit target. It would be very cool to pass. But I genuinely don't feel any pressure because my expectations were too high when I started. Got some beginner's luck, going on 10-day winning streaks. All this kind of crazy stuff, and in retrospect, it was just because the way I was trading, we had those conditions for 10 days. And the real challenge in trading, the reason why consistent profitability is challenging and why it's the only thing that matters is because those conditions change. Consistent profitability is more of a reflection of your ability to adapt to changing market conditions. Anybody can make a lot of money in 2 weeks. But how'd you do for the month after that? Huh? Gave it all back, didn't you? Huh? Yes, you did. I know, because I am you. How long have I been trading? I think we're coming up on a year in like a couple days. I set out to create my own trading strategy, which meant trading through pure experimentation until I found something that I liked. Took about a month to find super scalping. Started as a joke of just, taking a trade like every 2 seconds. And now we're here, where it's a much more methodical, still small target super scalping, but there's a lot more thought that goes into each trade. A lot more patience, and an emphasis on risk management and defeating goblins. The worst phase I went through was when the goblins are rewarded. When you trade like an absolute idiot, taking trades purely based on the desire to make your brain feel good if it works. When that works and those bad habits are reinforced, that's when you're in big trouble. Because those conditions aren't going to last forever. And then you'll be stuck going, why am I so bad right now? And it's because it's not you. It's the part of you that thinks trading is gambling and it's just a way to release neurotransmitters, dopamine, serotonin, all the yummy brain juice that makes you feel good. For me, if trading is a little boring, that's a good sign. It's not supposed to be exciting, but it can be. You can find the balance between just ruining all joy and the thrill of trading and being a robot. There's a lot of black or white logical fallacies going on in the trading world. Something doesn't have to be all one thing or all another. No one thing is inherently bad or good. You have to find the point along that spectrum of extremes that works for you. Alright. Sorry. I've been rambling. Let me catch up on chat. -8 for you, Excalibro. That's unfortunate. Hopefully you recorded it and can take a look back. The problem with a day like this is that it goes from really, really good trading to nothing, to really good, to consolidation, to direction, to consolidation, to direction, to a waterfall. Someone went long in the chat. All the way back up, consolidation, huge dump, big rise. This day has every type of price action. And if you aren't adapting very quickly to those changing conditions, then it'll be very difficult to do well. Of course, no one no one knew this was going to happen. I mean, I shorted here because I didn't think we were going to break the high of day. I certainly didn't think this was going to happen, but I did think we were going to come down to about right here. And at the last second, I decided against moving the profit target. I did think we were going to come down a little bit more than just a point or two. Certainly not that, though. And then I stopped from there because I know that sometimes when we have a massive candle, the goblins take over. They think the market is about to dump 1,000 points or do something crazy instead of remaining rational. I'm a big fan of the idea that learning trading can be done pretty effectively. Maybe I should make a video on this. I think it's a really good practice for beginning traders or even intermediates to start with a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio, because then it teaches you price action, entries. If you're going into trading with a 50-50 chance of something working or not working, I think everybody will find that they consistently lose money, which is good because you have an edge. Consistently losing money, disregarding commissions and fees, is consistent unprofitability. Obviously means you're doing something fundamentally wrong. But it's also a good thing that you can take comfort in, because it means at some point in your trading decision, you're making decisions based off of something that makes the market non-random. You just have to identify that and fix it. Thank you very much, Booney. I hope so. Just have to have realistic expectations for myself. I was definitely overambitious, I was like super focused on being one of the first people to be consistently profitable in less than a year. I had so much to learn. I still do, but I feel really good about where I am. I know that if I follow my rules, then I can be consistently profitable. You remind me of one of my sons. Thanks for all the information you put out there. Thank you, Carrie. Hopefully your son is really cool. Ah, je suis en garde à vue. Hello. Nice to see you. Oh yes, you're very late. I'll pull up the results. Look away if you don't want to see spoilers. Yep, I finished at 9:43. So I traded for 8 minutes. Got 17.5 points. Did really well, Addison. Very nice. Alright, I'll end it there. Hopefully you guys did well. And if you didn't, hopefully you learned some important lessons. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Hope you're doing well. And I hope to see you tomorrow, either in the short video recaps or the live stream. Come hang out with us. Watch me embarrass myself. Alright. Thank you very much, everybody. Take care.